Welcome, everyone, to our prayer journey with my Toad Daily Devotion. Have you ever heard cliches like these? Don't cry over spilt milk. Sometimes I think, where did that come from? Some kid probably knocked over the milk on the table, got hysterical, and the mother says, hey, don't cry over it. There's nothing you can do. And then, have other ones like in my Italian background. I don't know what this is. They had two different ones. They had knock on wood when it was a good thing. So if this good thing, we avoided a bad thing, knock on wood. I don't know where that came from. Probably from the wooden idols that they had many thousands of years ago. And then you have other ones that are like this. You may have heard this one today. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Where did that come from? Well, I guess because Peter was running the church, and then Paul pretty much put the whole Bible together, by getting people together and writing 1/3 of the Bible. And so they said robbing Peter to pay Paul. I'm guessing, but that's what it sounds like. How about the sacrificial lamb? Where did that come from? Well, that comes from the truth of Jesus Christ, because he died. He was the one that everybody's sin was cast upon, and he was put to death. And then you hear this statement sometimes, and this is directly from the Bible, the scapegoat. What is a scapegoat? Sometimes when you just hear these cliches, you do not understand the depth of some of them unless you check them out. So let's check one out here in chapter 16 of Leviticus. In verse 7 it says, he shall take the two goats and present them before the Lord at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So it would be like going to church with these goats. And the priest was going to, look over them if, we had priests today, or the pastor, and he would look at them and make sure they're good. And then Aaron, who was the priest at this time, high priest, shall cast lots upon the two goats. So he's going to take lots. One's going to be chosen for one thing, and one's going to be chosen for another. So one lot for the Lord, and the other lot for the scapegoat. And Aaron shall bring the goat upon which the Lord's lot fell, and offer him for a sin offering. The lot fell on Jesus. The lot fell on Jesus so that he would be sacrificed on your behalf. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. In verse 10, but the goat on which the lot fell, be the scapegoat, shall be presented alive before the Lord to make an atonement with him, and to let him go for a scapegoat into the wilderness. So the Jewish people would be freed from their sins for that year because of this scapegoat. They were the scapegoat. With Jesus, we are the scapegoat. Every individual that will come to him and call upon the name of the Lord. For there is no other name under heaven which man must be saved but by Jesus Christ. You call upon him and he will save you. Check that out in the description of this video and find out how you can receive atonement and be a scapegoat left into the wilderness of sin here on earth until we are called home to heaven. Now, there are some Christians out there, or I think many so-called Christians. They call themselves Christian because somebody told them they were. Well, if you can do me a favor, if you're not behaving as a Christian, do not talk about Jesus Christ. Don't tell anybody about it. Because the vile stuff that comes out of your mouth, the actions that you do, defame him. Because if God atoned for your sin, you should be thankful. Now, if you are saved and this is convicting to you, thank God. Turn around to him and repent, because I did that. I was a saved Christian living like for the devil, and I turned back, and Lord lifted me up. Be a testimony. Be the person that points to Jesus Christ, the sacrifice for each and every individual, that other people will call upon the name of the Lord. So until next time, may Jesus increase as we decrease.